Hi, this is Sri from TechieTalksAI. Welcome to the next episode in our Arduino to Robotics series. So, in this video, we are going to take our obstacle avoiding or obstacle tracking robotic car to the next level where we connect DC motors. So, that is what we are going to see how to connect and how to code just to drive the motor. Here, this is the demo code. If you press F in the serial monitor, we will turn both motors in one direction. If it is backward or forward, you can just switch the connection. So this is F. Now this is B. See, both motors turn its direction. Now we will type L for left. See, one motor stopped, other motor alone rotates. And this is right. So right motor turns and then S to stop. So this is the demo. So when we build such sophisticated robotic systems, it is very important that we test every stage. So DC motor connection, we connect and test to confirm that the connections are okay and the direction also is okay. Now there is an encoder disk which is very, very important for us to know the correct speed or to know the number of turns the motor should turn before it can stop. Then only left and right motors will be moving in alignment so that our robotic car will move in a straight line. So next video, we will see how to add the encoder to control the speed, to monitor and have controlled speed. So in this video, we are just connecting the motor to the motor driver and to the Arduino. So that is what we are going to see. So first thing is the DC motor. So that comes in like this. And one problem that all beginners face is this motor will not come with these wires. So you will need to solder these wires. So if you do not know how to solder, you need to learn, but otherwise, till then, you can get help from somebody who can solder. In our robotic workshop, we help our students solder, which is on-site Maker Lab in Trivandrum. Okay, so this is the DC motor, and DC motor comes with different gear ratio and and also with a single side shaft and the dual side shaft. Dual side shaft is needed when you want to connect the encoder disk so that we can put the opto sensor to measure the speed. You also get the wheel, which you can fix it on the other side. Okay, so I'll keep the motor and the wheel here, and let's focus on the driver connection. So this is the driver, and it has got several wires connected to it. So this one wire has come out. So this is the driver. It has got several wires connected to it. We are going to understand this step by step. But know that motor has only two wires. So each of our motors will have two wires each. Here is the picture of the driver board for our DC motor. And so here, these two wires will go to one motor. It can be left or right. We can always change it. And here also, two wires which will go to second motor. So that is simple. But you need to solder the two wires onto the motor and then connect it to this side and this side. So one motor on this side, other motor on the other side. Then here, this is minus and this is plus. Here we can connect up to 12 volts. I have connected two 3.5, 3.7 volt lithium battery. So I'm connecting 7.4 volts or up to 8 volts. Okay, so here I will say 8 volts. It can be up to 12 volts. Okay, so if you have an adapter, but here again you have a problem. If the adapter has a connector, you will need to maybe cut the connector and take the wires and connect it here. Okay, so what I have done is I have used a socket and a connector to make it easy for us to connect. I have used a 2-pin connector like this to take the wire and connect it here, and then other side I also have a connector which can be inserted into the Arduino. But currently Arduino power is coming from the compute laptop's USB port. Okay, so that is clear. So this connection is clear. Then here we have 6 connections. So the first connection is for enabling. So that if it is low, then only that side motor will turn. So this is for the M1 and this is for the M2. So what you need to do is you need to take this out. These are called jumpers. So what I've done is instead of taking it out, I've just changed the direction. I pulled it out so that this short is removed. Okay, and this also I pulled it out so that these two pins are not shorted. And those 6 connections are in the order enable A or enable 1, then in 1, in 2, in 3, in 4, enable B or enable 2. So these are the 6 connections we will see in our Arduino code. Okay. So let's now look at the code. So here we have the connections. So these are the 6 connections, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the connections to the Arduino. And then here we have the speed set for A and B. Now these DC motors will not have same speed. Speed can change because they are a simple magnet and a coil, and depending on its mechanical properties, speed will change. So you need to initially have the speed set roughly in a similar fashion by trial and error. But later on, when we connect the encoder, speed will become uniform. Then this serial begin is required for us to use this test code where we interact with this code using keyboard. Okay, so we are defining the pins. All the pins for the 6 connections are defined as output pins. And here we have 5 different functions. One is move forward. See, move forward. In 1 and in 3, we are making it high, and in 2, in 4, we are making it low. So the motor connection works in a bridge fashion. So this is in 1, and here we have in 2. And here we have our motor. Motor has got 2 wires, assuming that this is motor 1. Okay, so these are the motor connection. Now, here in 1 is high and in 3 is high, in 4 low. So we are only considering one motor. So if you want to turn this motor clockwise, we may need to connect it like this. Here in 1, in 2, in 3, in 4, all are connected, but because we are controlling both motors for moving forward, here what I'm explaining is how to connect so that motor turns in one direction and how to change the connection. So assuming that when you connect in 1 like this, in 2 like this to the motor, if it turns clockwise, then instead of this, if we connect this here and this here, motor will turn in the opposite direction. That is the idea. So this high and low can decide which direction the motor should turn. Clear? So we have move forward, move backward, turn left, turn right, and stop. To stop the car, we are making in 1, in 2, in 3, in 4, all the pins low. Okay. And then in serial read, we are waiting for these inputs. B will turn the motor backwards, L will turn left, R will turn right, S will stop the car. Now, here we have set the speed. Speed can be set to a higher value, say 160 and 160. Let's load it. But when you test it, make sure that you keep the car raised, otherwise it'll fall off the table or your workbench. Okay. So here we have the motors, and let's type F. See, much higher speed, and backward, then right, left, and stop. Okay, so now subsequent videos, next video we'll connect the encoder, but after that we will go into our maker lab floor to test the car and its movement on the lab floor itself. But stay on. So if you have any questions or clarifications, please feel free to come by the comment section. And that is it. So we know how the driver is connected to Arduino and how to turn the DC motor.